Okay, I just had to do this video because it's very important. Now, this is a follow-up to my video I did last night about Politricks Watch apparently leaving YouTube. And I'm happy to announce that it was all a ruse and we all got fooled. And because things that Sir P is still in the fight, and all I can say is that I ain't mad at him though, because what he was doing, he was doing what he was playing Sun Tzu's philosophy, which is the art of deception, because he just wanted to weird to see who was really with him and who wasn't. Because on one hand, you had some people like myself who didn't believe in what he's doing, and we're upset and a bit concerned about him leaving the platform because the guy has put in a lot of good work. And so, and the thing is, when I said, the thing I said in my YouTube video is that even if Sir P is gone, we have to continue what he's doing. All right, and we have to, because the idea is that if he's really out of the game, other people have to rise and continue his message. And interesting enough, when I posted this on Twitter, I did a lot of commentary on Politricks Watch thing last night. Yeah, you had some people amending what I was saying. One thing I was noticing that nobody's saying, "Hey, we're going to step up to the plate and continue where he left off." I didn't hear anybody saying that, and I said specifically, it's not just about Sir P. It's not about all the people like him who are putting their livelihood on the line so they can do what's right for the country. All right, because it's not just about a person. It's about the ideology, and I've yet to see anybody say, "Hey, we're going to continue the good fight." I did not hear see one person say that other people should continue after Sir P. Alright, and the thing is though is that with Sir P's basically saying that he's still in the game, and again I'm glad for him. Alright, the bad thing about this is that those same people, the one that I want to see who was really true true to the game. All of them are going. The people who have not basically said that they're going to pick up where he left off. I don't see many of those people are going to go back to Thailand and say, "Oh yeah, okay, Politics Watch is still going to be your mouthpiece. He's going to do all the heavy lifting for us, so we can just go back and just not do anything." And that is the wrong ideology right there. That is not what that's your. If you think that that's going to be about him doing all the hard work for everybody, y'all don't get the point. Because let's say, for example, that he wasn't joking, that this wasn't a ruse, that he wasn't trying to see who really was down for him or not. All right, what would he have done then if Sir P really had been gone? Let me ask you that. That's what I ask with fellow Jamaicans. All right, because many of you would have said, okay, all right, he's gone. Okay, we're just going to go back to being sheep. We're going to go back to being slaves. I mean, like, we were hoping that he would do all of the, do fight your battles for us, and we don't get to do nothing. And that is problematic in itself because if he were to see this video or someone sends him this video, he'd be saying, that's not how this works right here. I'm putting my livelihood on the line. I'm doing all of this, all right, because I want to get all the Jamaican people who really have their heads on straight to carry on the good fight. Though is all right. That is not just going to be about me. It's going to be about everybody sharing the right ideology, and that we become a force multiplier and we reverse the very negative and dark path that this country has been heading on for decades. That's what the point of. That's what I'm real about. Maybe he hasn't said that, but Sir P, if like I said, like that's what he would be saying right now is that if you like you can't just rely on me to do all the hard work. You can't rely on me to pick up the sword and the shield and fight and go on the combat boots and fight all the battles for everybody. All right, because everybody, all the other people, y'all should be y'all should be willing to put on the combat boots and the combat gear and joining me in fighting this battle. All right, and yeah, there'll be some Jamaicans who get that though. Unfortunately, you're not going to be seeing too many of that right here. So that's what my take is on that. I'm glad, like I said, like Sir P. Again, we've never met, we've never talked, and so on. I'm glad that you're 10 steps ahead of everybody. Because if this had really been true, this would have been a heavy blow because what this, because it's not even about what him himself, is just what he symbolizes. And the thing is that those people who thought that they got you out, that they basically wanted you to him to be an example to everyone, that this is what happens when you try and when you attempt to create a culture or environment where everybody across the board has to be morally held morally accountable for their actions. Because it's not even just about him spreading information and airing out everybody who needs to be aired out. The idea is that he wants this to lead to action, because all that can generally happen in any society is that you get enough people, right? And it doesn't have to be a majority, all right? Because as I say, majority of Jamaicans unfortunately are still on that slave plantation. But if you get a critical mass of Jamaican people who say, no, we're not cowards, we are going to do, we're more going, we're going to put these words and our thoughts into actions, and we're going to get shit done and help to reverse things in the long run. That is what these forces of darkness and their fellow travelers are worried about. That if you embolden people like Sir P, embolden ordinary people outside of social media or offline to actually start being bold enough to do what is right to combat the crime, corruption, the economic disparagement, and all the other immoral vices that's plaguing Jamaica. All of that can be reversed. That whole hierarchy, that whole plantation system Jamaica is based on, that can fall overnight, right? That can easily crumble within itself. Because like I said, like any foundation is based on moral degradation, decadence, and degeneracy. It's always going to implode on itself. It's going to decay in itself. But if you get enough people that's able to exploit the cracks in the armor, that system is going to be destroyed, and you help to put in a better system, a better ideology over the long run. That is what they don't want, and that is what they don't want, like what Sir P represents. Because Sir P is not just about your information just so you can, just for online entertainment or whatever, or whatever. He's encouraging people to say, okay, I'm putting this information out there. What you're going to do about it offline, all right? And the thing is that the fact that he's still in the game, that is actually setting the saying to the bad guys that, hey, I'm okay no matter you try. I'm still in the game. I'm still gonna do what needs to be done, and that's what's got them peeing in their pants right now. All right, they're saying that this guy, this motherfucker, we thought that we got rid of him. We thought that getting him out of the picture is gonna send a ripple effect that's gonna shut up everybody, but hopefully is actually going to embolden more people. That's I hope actually that more people will say, okay, we're not just okay. If Sir P can do it, is doing the right thing. All of us need to start doing the right thing. That we're eventually enough people are going to shut off the coal of cowardice and complicitness and say, you know what, we can do better, and that is where and that is the idea of it, that we can do better and we're going to do better. It's not going to about us talking about the problems. It's about what we're going to do about these problems. So that's what I'm saying. Is like it's good that Sir P's back. I'm glad that you're still in the game. And like I said, like it's you had me fooled good, man. But like I said, I'm not mad at you, man. Like I understood what you did, and I hope that you keep still 10 steps ahead of everybody. All right. But the thing is, I want to point out is that we can't just leave it up to just Sir P. All right. Because if he hadn't been joking, he hadn't pulled a veil on everybody. What would have done if that happened? What if he had been serious? All right. And so on. And that's the thing about Jamaicans. You have to look and say that we're just going to leave him up to do all the fighting, and he and other YouTubers, Jamaican YouTubers, who are like-minded. We're not just going to leave just this guy just do fight all these battles and wars for us. That we're actually going to be joining him on the battlefield in any way we can. So that's pretty much what I say. So welcome back, Sir P, and I hope you're on for a very long time, but I hope you're not going to be alone. That there are going to be others that are going to be joining you on the battlefield day by day. So this is for State of Jamaica and the Caribbean. Check out the YouTube pages, Miles Guzenfarren, Miles GF Productions, and Real Thoughts of Miles. Okay.